All right, let's do a little Mindset Mondays. Just a quick video for you guys. Talking about winning the fight, all right? The reason why the American military usually wins fights actually doesn't have anything, I don't say anything, but it's not completely having to do with skills. You know, it's not that our soldiers are necessarily overall more skilled. Sometimes, but not all the time. You know, it could be technology, but, that's not always the answer either. In fact, we often, because of rules of war, will limit our technology and weaponry in order to, and we still win. The reason we win, all those things, there's lots of reasons, but has to do with our ability to find out what that decisive action is. What's that action what is the thing we need to do that is the decisive action that is going to tilt the ending of this battle into our favor, all right? I'm Paul, this Apex Mindset. I want you to slide your finger over and hit the subscribe button and tune in every Monday for these little Mindset Monday blurbs, okay? So I'm not a success porn guy. I'm not going to sit here and pump you up with a bunch of garbage that isn't going to work, okay, but that gets you pumped, all right? That's cool. Pump-up videos are great, but that's not what I'm here for. I want to give you lasting material and a lasting mindset that's going to help you win the battle every single time, win the fight. And in this case, the fight is we're just going to talk about winning the day, okay? If you look at every single day like it's a fight in a sense, where that day is going to run you or you're going to run it. You're going to fail on that day by not getting the things done you need to get done, not progressing your goals forward, not progressing your life forward, or you're going to fail the day. You're going to fail the day by not doing those things, or you're going to progress those things, right? And so it should be easy, but we make it hard on ourselves. What do we have to do to win the day? So again, back to that military example, we figure out where that decision point is. We figure out where those decisive actions are. Or if we take that decisive action, we're just going to win. We're going to win that battle. It doesn't matter. Some of the other details, that work against us doesn't matter. Now, the other thing you got to think about too about being in a fight. Now, we don't like to put ourselves into a disadvantage. We want to be at an advantage every single time. We want to take as much advantages as we can, right? So we can ensure our ability for success. But oftentimes when we're in the fight, we're at a disadvantage. You know what I mean? So how do we win when we start off in a deficit, when we start off at a disadvantage? Well, let's bag the fight analogy for a minute and let's just talk about the day. Let's say you wake up late, you drank too much the night before, or you didn't go to sleep like you should have, you didn't do a to-do list. There's a whole bunch of things you should have done and you didn't do it, and you wake up, you're already in a deficit, Let's say, you wake up good and, you do your affirmations, some exercise, things are going well, but oh man, an emergency happens in that day, or there's something wrong, a kid gets sick, or something stupid happens with your boss or with someone on your work team or whatever. Client cancels, like all these, a crisis happens, like things happened, and then you start handling problems and you don't get accomplished what you needed to get accomplished that would have caused you to win that day, that would have progressed your goals forward, whatever that is. Let's say your goals are independent of your business and vocation. Let's say it's a fitness goal and you didn't get to exercise that day or whatever because you didn't, you let the day run you, right? So what do you got to do here? You're going to, first of all, don't expect things to be perfect every single day. You need to get comfortable working in a deficit, working where there's a problem. Now, I'm not saying that you put yourself in a problem. You should get good night's sleep the night before. We'll talk about sleep in other videos and how to maximize sleep so you're more productive. You should be at your highest productive state through most of the day. And there's things you can do with nutrition, sleep, physical activity, overall mindset, meditative practice, health, self-hypnosis, sessions with me. There's ways to get yourself so you're at a peak state most of the day. But we want to strive for that, okay? But that doesn't mean you're going to be in that situation every single day, and there's going to be a lot of days where stuff goes wrong. Things going wrong and handling crisis and handling the uncertain parts of life, that's normal. So you need to understand how to handle that stuff, and that needs to be your normal. Handling problems without it throwing you off, throwing your frame off, and putting you in an anxious or weak state. That needs to be, something that you do normally. That needs to be normal for you. And so how you do that, it's pretty simple. Let's say you had that day. You woke up late. You missed a meeting you're supposed to go to. You felt like crap the night before. You don't have your list together, whatever. There's a bunch of excuses and reasons why today's already a loss. And let's say it's 9 a.m. The day hasn't even gotten started. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and you have all the reasons in the world to say, fuck this day, right? What you need to do is figure out what your decision point is for wherever you're at, okay? Let's say you woke up late and there's a crisis and you really don't get started till 1 o'clock in the afternoon being productive. Now, you don't want to do that every single day, okay, obviously, but what can you do at 1 o'clock in the afternoon with what you have right now that can be a decisive action that would allow you to win the day? That's what you need to do. You have a mindset of figuring out what that decisive action is, what that one thing is. If I do this one thing today, that puts me further ahead for what I'm trying to accomplish. So dealing with 10 other problems and all these distractions and all these stupid things I did to myself and all these things that are sort of happening that I don't have control over. If I do this one thing today, that is a decisive action that's going to allow me to win this fight. All right? That allows me to win that battle for the day. That puts me that much further ahead. What's that one decisive action, the one thing I need to do? And you do that every single day. Now, some days, you're doing the right stuff. You get a good night's sleep, you get a good workout, and you do your morning routine, and you're fresh, and you kill it. You do a bunch of decisive actions, tomorrow, and that's great. But it's not just about doing, it's like dollar cost averaging. It's not just about doing one thing awesome and it just changes your life. That's not how success works. You have to be consistent in doing things that are going to make you successful every single day. And so you can't afford to lose a day when you have a bad day. And it's like people get this mindset of they want this perfect scenario. They do this with dieting. They do this with working out. Well, I had this terrible meal. I was in a rush and I didn't plan my meals properly. I went through the drive-thru at McDonald's. My diet's screwed for the day. And so then they eat like a pizza that night. And then the next day they're like, man, I feel like crap. They do that one more time during the week. Now their diet's screwed for the week. I might as well go drinking this weekend. You see, that is a mindset and a pattern of failure. That's a pattern of failure. So don't get caught in that pattern of failure by trying to be a perfectionist and blowing your whole day up because, well, I already woke up late. I didn't do my affirmations or whatever woo-woo stuff you like to do to get yourself ready. And I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Well, the day's screwed anyways. It's already 1 o'clock. I might as well go day drinking. That's not a mindset for success. It's a mindset for failure. So we want to get away from a failure mindset. You ask yourself, I don't care if it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you haven't gotten shit done. Okay, well, what is the one thing I can do between now and 6 o'clock that's going to cause me to win this day? What's that decisive action that I can take right now that can cause me to go to sleep with a clear conscience knowing that I just won? That I put myself that much closer to what I'm trying to achieve in life. All right? And if you attack every day with that same mindset, you're going to have some some days that are better than others, and that's okay. But you're gonna win every day, and you're gonna do the consistent action that it takes, even on your bad days, to get what you want. All right, whether it's a better body, whether it's a better mindset, whether it's better relationship, whether it's a better income, whatever it may be, that's that mindset of a winner. Screw all the other stuff and the other BS and the other problems and the deficits you're in. Deficits are normal. Don't dwell on the deficits. Don't dwell on the shortcomings. Don't dwell on the mistakes you made to put yourself there. Fix those for next time. That's for your after action review. All right. And you review your activity for that day and that week, and you review your screw ups and you fix those for next time. That's fine. What you want to focus on, though, is that decisive action that's going to let you win. All right? And that's how you win the fight. Whether I'm walking down the street and I get attacked and I'm in a deficit, I don't have the weapon of choice on me, there's more than one person, there's a lot going on, what's the decisive action that's going to cause me to win this fight right now while I'm being attacked by surprise in a deficit? All right? That's the mindset. Winning a fight. Now take that same mindset, apply it to your goals. Apply it to your day. What's that one decisive action I can do right now that's going to make this day a better day? Make this day a winning day. My relationship's not going right. Things aren't going well. What's the one thing I can do right now that's going to make things better between me and the chick I'm with? You know what I mean? What's the one thing my kid and I have been fighting, and he's been in kind of a jerk last week? What's the one thing I can do right now that's going to change the dynamic between my child and myself, my teenager or whatever, my pre-teenager that's giving me an attitude all week or whatever, or he's doing bad in school or whatever? What's the one decisive thing I can do with him that's going to change that outcome? What's the one decisive thing I can do in my business that's going to start compounding things in the right direction today? What can I do today for that? Start thinking like that. That's your winning mindset. Start thinking about decisive actions. The most impacting decisive action you can do, that's what causes you to win. All right? And so I want you to take that winning mindset with you for the rest of the week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support. You know where that subscribe button is. Let's get me to 5,000 followers before the end of summer. All right? Take care.